150,000 schools in Africa do not have access to computers. You can see they don't even have one laptop or a tablet. They only have a phone that we occasionally have to give from the head teacher.
Moreover, in some areas, the situation is complex with the lack of constant electricity supply and internet services.
These children face unthinkable hardships and circumstances.
And with education, those dreams can become reality.
Every child deserves a bright, prosperous future, no matter where they are born.
With your support, we can give children the chance to learn and grow.
On November 20th, 2024, we invite you to join us for the Global Marathon for the Rights of the Child.
Please help us organize this marathon, and together we can change the situation. Thank you.
We need the computers here as of yesterday to close that gap of learners and learning. Please donate and ship all the computers that you are holding somewhere, because you do not need them, but also because we have to close that learning gap. Digital, the world has gone, and we have to implement it in practice. Thank you very, very much for your generosity. Thank you.
In a community school. My name is Dr. Lina Zedriga Waro Abutu. I'm the coordinator for this project for Africa. We are actually in the border of South Sudan and DR Congo. We are in a school that has one of the most committed teachers and the pupils and also the communities around. They do not even have a single one computer. They don't. And yet Ministry of Education has this commitment and call that it is time for e-learning or electronic learning. We are appealing to all of you. Your computer is not useless. Please donate, and make it possible for these young people and young leaders to research, also to make sure we connect to the world and make sure that we are compliant with the global commitment of the SDG 4. And we do not leave anyone behind. Thank you very much. Thank
you. Friends, welcome. My name is Elephant, and I will be helping to host the marathon, a computer class for every school in Africa. Today, we want to talk to you about one of the most pressing issues of our time that almost no one is talking about. It affects the lives of hundreds of millions of children and adults in Africa. Right now, you're able to watch this broadcast because you have electricity. But more than 600 million people in Africa do not have access to electricity. Over 100 million children are not going to school. They have nowhere to go because, in many cases, there are no schools. 450,000 schools do not have electricity, and more than 250 million children have never seen a computer. All of this affects the quality of life for 1.5 billion people. We want the world to know the truth and stop staying silent. Let's do everything we can to overcome the digital divide. Don't ask what the government can do to help Africa. Ask how you can help. Our team has done an incredible amount of work to bring this marathon to life. We visited over 100 schools in Uganda, Tanzania, Cameroon, Congo, Kenya, and other countries. We listened to the stories and dreams of the children, captured heartfelt videos to make sure you could hear their voices. We also sent letters to the leaders of nearly 50 countries and international organizations, urging them to support this marathon and our important mission. We are sincerely grateful to 37 Nobel laureates who issued a public statement supporting the launch of the global campaign, a computer class for every school in Africa. As it turns out, this is the first ever public appeal by Nobel laureates addressing the issues facing the entire continent of Africa. Originally, we planned to organize live broadcasts from different African countries to show you the reality of schools there, but we encountered real challenges. In many places, there is no stable internet, power outages are frequent, and equipment such as webcams or computers is a distant dream. Our amazing volunteers used whatever they could, phones, old cameras, any available equipment, to record and send us several hours of footage. The video quality may not be perfect, but the sincerity and emotion will not leave you indifferent. To make this broadcast even more interesting and accessible, we brought in artificial intelligence to help with commentary and share important information. Now, we're asking for your support. Please help us spread this video. Like it, subscribe to the channel, send the link to your friends, share it on social media, and, of course, don't forget to donate. All funds raised will go to help the poorest countries, including the schools you'll see on the screen. We invite volunteer and charitable organizations to join forces to help children in Africa together. Together, we can give children access to technology, education, and hope for a brighter future. Let's make the world a better place together. In 1924, the League of Nations adopted the Geneva Declaration, the first document to recognize children's specific rights and the responsibility of adults towards them. It acknowledged the need for special protection and education, laying the groundwork for global children's rights. Its legacy continues to inspire efforts to ensure that every child, regardless of background, can grow, thrive, and reach their fullest potential. November 20th celebrates the 70th anniversary of World Children's Day. Established in 1954, this day aims to promote the welfare of children worldwide, raise awareness about their rights, and advocate for the protection of every child's well-being. Each of us should strive to do everything possible to ensure a happy childhood for every child on the planet, regardless of where they live. Today, we honor the 35th anniversary of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, adopted in 1989. This historic treaty is the most widely ratified human rights instrument in the world, guaranteeing children's rights to survival, development, protection, and participation. It has become a cornerstone of global efforts to ensure that every child is treated with dignity, respect, and care. Finally, we mark the 35th anniversary of Africa Industrialization Day, established by the United Nations in 1989. This day highlights the importance of industrial development in Africa for economic growth and a sustainable development. As we celebrate, we reflect on the progress made and the challenges ahead in ensuring that African nations continue to grow, innovate, and harness their industrial potential for the benefit of all their people. To commemorate these landmark events, we are organizing
The people of government bilingual primary school. We need computer to study very well in our school. Without computer, we cannot study very well. We need computer to study hard and to have a better education.
Lukam Alimatu Satia. I am a pupil of class 6 in Parrot Bilingual Nursery and Primary School. We don't have computer in our school. We want to learn and need access to technology. Please help us get the tools we need for a better education.
My name is Amele Jale Precious. I am a class 6 pupil in Powered Bilingual Nursery and Primary School. Without computer, it is hard for us to keep up with the world. We want to learn and grow. Please help us in getting computers.
We have no computers. We dream of learning more, but we need your help. Please help us get computers so we can have a better education.
My name is Aken Maria Achak. I am a pupil of class 6 in Parrot Bilingual Nursery and Primary School. We do not have computer in our school. We want to have a better education.
Open appeal from Nobel laureates and scientists to UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, heads of state, business leaders, and citizens of the world, urging them to support the international campaign, A Computer Class for Every School in Africa. We, the undersigned Nobel laureates, scientists, and people of goodwill, call on you to join us in supporting the transformative initiative a computer class for every school in Africa. Education is the cornerstone of progress and development, yet hundreds of millions of children in Africa are deprived of access to basic digital tools and education. In a rapidly developing global economy, digital inequality exacerbates poverty and inequality, limiting the potential of countless young minds. A lack of technological education exposes the youth in these regions to risks like involvement in criminal activity, susceptibility to extremist ideologies, and a compulsion towards forced migration. These factors directly contribute to both regional and global security challenges. This problem can swiftly be solved by equipping each school with a classroom with gently used computers in good condition, provided by corporations from developed countries, along with free educational content, learning desks, and solar panels. Using refurbished computers not only addresses the problem of education, but also significantly reduces electronic waste. The installation of solar panels ensures a reliable power supply, especially in remote and underdeveloped areas, further stabilizing communities and reducing the risk of unrest due to resource scarcity. The Computer Class for Every School in Africa campaign is aimed at closing this gap by providing schools across Africa with the necessary resources to teach computer literacy. This initiative will endow students with important skills, opening doors for them in technology, science, and many other fields. By increasing the level of digital literacy, we empower the next generation to make meaningful contributions to the development of their communities and the world. The implementation of this project has the potential to bring about an educational and cultural revolution for millions of people in Africa, creating conditions for obtaining education, developing skills necessary for higher-paying jobs, contributing to local economies, and building stable communities. As these young people become economically productive and socially engaged citizens, the risk of them being drawn into destabilizing activities significantly decreases. This, in turn, reduces the pressures that lead to migration and conflict, thereby strengthening regional stability and global security. We urge UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, leaders of the world's leading countries, and heads of major corporations and universities, to support the global initiative A Computer Class for Every School in Africa, proposed by the Global Alliance for ICT and Development. We also appeal to citizens of the world to contribute in any conceivable way, whether through donations, raising awareness, or volunteer activities. Every action counts and brings us closer to a world where every child has the chance to realize their full potential. Together, we can help ensure that every school in Africa has the resources to provide quality computer education, paving the way for a generation of strong, educated, and innovative young people.
Thanks to the Nobel laureates for supporting the computer class of every school in Africa campaign.
Thank you, Nobel laureates, for supporting computer class for every school in Africa campaign. We are really grateful for the summer appeal sign that you have made. We are really thankful for what you have decided to do for Africa. We're really thankful for the things that you have decided to do for African schools. We are very grateful. Hopefully that the appeal sign will be the source or the catalyst towards this voting. Thank you.
We are asking Elon Musk to help promote our campaign on Platform X and help Africa get computers. We are appealing to the UN Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, to support the Global Computer Class for Every School in Africa campaign.
Dear all, children are the future, and the future is digital. On behalf of the Storting, the Norwegian Parliament, I support. Dear all, children are the future, and the future is digital. On behalf of the Storting, the Norwegian Parliament, I support the online marathon. a computer class for every school in Africa. To bridge the digital divide between advanced and developing countries, accessibility to computers is fundamental. It's here that the digital literacy for all children begins. Initiatives such as the Global Alliance for ICT and the development are crucial in this respect. Digital access and literacy can transform the lives of young people and create a path for a more equal and sustainable world. Dear all, digital technologies transform our world. They provide huge potential for advancement of our societies, but they also pose challenges. That is why I urge stakeholders to join the Global Digital Compact agreed at the UN Summit of the Future this year. Norway strongly supports this compact. It provides a shared vision for the digital future. It seeks to foster international cooperation, to bridge digital divides, and promote responsible use of digital technologies. A free and open internet is fundamental to democracy, human rights, and freedom of expression. That's why I'm so pleased that the UN has invited Norway to host the world's largest forum on internet governance next year, where we will engage in crucial conversation about the future role of the internet. Dear all, I wish you all the success with the online marathon and a prosperous digital future.
We beg you, please help us. We beg you, 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 we beg you. Sir, we welcome you to our school. We wish may you always come to our school. We pray may God bless you. Sir, please, we are begging you for things, at least computer that our teacher they can go and carry out research. So in case they want to build a lab, yeah, we don't have computer. So that people will not be talking this, that Obai does not have this, Obai does have this, Obai does not have this kind of things. So yeah, people they like to come to a school. But because we don't have computer, they go. Even at toilet, they say can even go. At toilet, we can even have diseases easily because they are not clean, they are not built this way since a time. Say please help us. If you help us, say please do us it. If you help us, we'll always have in our heart. And may the Almighty Lord bless you.
Princess Philomena Desmond Ogugwa, an African diaspora from Nigeria, Imo State in Nigeria, but I live in Woodbridge, Virginia. Educational system in Africa, especially Nigeria where I come from, which is the same, is at a very, very low standard these days compared to when some of us went to school. The standard has come down. That has made some students stay in school longer than they're supposed to because of the standard of education, especially in Nigeria, inspired me in my work in international development to focus on education, especially because teachers are always on strike. School fees are so expensive. There are no textbooks. Now everything is done on IT. Even in developed nations, in elementary school, in high school, everybody is given a notebook, a laptop. They don't even have it. So it makes things very difficult for them, and they don't really follow what is happening in the world because of lack of computers in the school. And also, even if they have computers, there is no light. Electricity is a problem. And majority of the people are in the rural areas where there is no light at all, where some teachers have never even seen a laptop. So it's a very great divide between sub-Saharan Africa when it comes to IT and developed nations. And it will be a joyful thing if this marathon, through this marathon, if something can be done, especially on the IT. The world is moving to AI. In Africa, we don't even have the laptop. No no electricity. Even if you have a laptop, you don't have electricity. So what are you going to do? Be looking at the laptop? You know, I think we need to promote initiatives that can help sub-Saharan Africa develop their IT curriculum. And this is needed. Maybe we should develop our electricity, how we can give constant electricity, constant light, so that students can be able to follow the world in IT. I think the most pressing thing in education in sub-Saharan Africa is curriculum, apart from technology. Uh, in apart from IT, the curriculum, especially in Nigeria, they are watering it down. When we went to school, there was geography and there was history. In schools now, they don't teach history, they don't teach geography. When I went to secondary school in Nigeria, I studied about the film industry of California, the citrus plantation of in Florida. I remember the first time I passed Susquehanna River in Pennsylvania. I screamed. I studied it in school. I could draw the map of United States and put all the states. I think our education curriculum need to be updated, and a lot of things. And now that the world is moving to IT, they should make IT compulsory, computer compulsory from elementary school, so that before people reach secondary school, they have mastered the computer. But the main problem is light. Like in Nigeria, every time the national grid breaks down, and when it breaks down, it's total darkness the whole country. So, and with computer, you need light. I don't know, equal access to technology with, let's say, US where I live and Africa. It will take a long time because of our problems with leadership, governance, and the wrong people appointed to the wrong position. Because in some African countries, they can get somebody that's studied English and make the person the minister of technology. That is not feasible. You know, these are not obstacles, but we need foundations like Gate Foundation, Obama Foundation, Bill Clinton Foundation. Mo Ibrahim from Sudan is trying. We need Ford Foundation, apart from health, also to focus on technology, because of the world is shifting to technology. Is AI now? You can ask AI to do anything and you get results within 10 minutes. I think we should train more people in IT, in computer, in programming, and in cyber security, and everything pertaining to IT. If we have more Africans trained in that, I think we'll start closing the divide. But it will take a long time for us to be up to par with developed nations when it comes to IT. Education in Africa, I would say, is depreciating. Before, education in Africa was very, very up to par. These days, because of teachers are not paid very well, there is always strike, and the students are also half in school, half on the street. There should be an overhaul of the educational system in Africa. There should be technical education so that those who are not meant to study the real classroom education can do technical education. At least with that, they can provide for their family. Uh, Education in Africa, I think, needs overhaul. I, I would think that we should have real educators heading education ministries, not those that don't know a thing about education, being the minister for education or directors in the ministries. And there should be a holistic approach why things are not working, why students are dropping out of school, and also cultism has to be checkmate. There's a lot of cultism in school. That is the main cancer that is eating educational system in Nigeria. You send your daughter or son to school, they are initiated into a cult. With that, they will tell you they are in school. A course that will take 4 years, they spend 10 years to graduate. And also, teachers are not the same teachers we had. Let me take, for instance, in the rural areas for primary and secondary education, there is no teacher that buys toilet roll or soap. Instead of teaching them handicraft that students were taught in the old good days, for that they will tell them, you bring toilet roll, you bring soap. I don't know how that is related to handicraft. And in the villages, during farming season, the teachers use the students as laborers to go and farm for them in their respective farms, which was unheard of in the good old days. These are the things the Ministry of Education inspectors should always do a sports inspection, especially in the villages, where teachers abuse little children that should be under their care by sending them to the farm, sending them to the market during school hours, having them go and farm for them. Those kind of teachers should be expelled. For this program, I hope it will be continuous, and I would like to know maybe in 6 months or 1 year time how it has helped to at least help in educational structure in the sub-Saharan Africa. It's a very good initiative. Uh, it is about IT and computers. I don't know how are you people planning to give computers to schools in Africa, or get um, retired teachers to go to some of those countries to teach IT, or have an IT lab in different schools where students can have an opportunity, to know about IT. I'm really opportune and grateful to be asked to speak. Education is the bane of everything. And without educators, there'll be no doctors, there'll be no engineers, there'll be nothing. I advocate that they should be paid well so that they will concentrate on teaching. It's because they're not paid well. That's why some of them do things by the side. They don't concentrate on teaching their children. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mr. Ngembule Alvis Apang. I'm the proprietor of Providence Bilingual Nursery and Primary School, located in Batoke, behind the health center, opposite Presbyterian Church in Batoke. This school was created in 2008. We had a creation and opening for the Ministry of Employment, Ministry of Basic Education, affiliated with Lay Private Secretariat, Yaoundé. The school is having 420 pupils as of now, but it started with 12 people and 3 staff. We have a staff of 11 now, presently. The influx of these children is because of the Northwest and Southwest regions crisis that we know very well. Hence, the half of that population is made up of IDP children, the internally displaced people's children. Some of these children have scholarship in my school. They don't pay fees because their parents were killed and they don't have parents. They are orphans. They are orphans and they need help. So most of them will give them help in this school because of the crisis. And even some staff are inclusive. Some staff are IDPs. As we'll take you out very soon, you'll see the school where we started and where we are now. We have electricity supply, we have water, and other facilities. To meet up with the modern standard of learning, we need computers, libraries, good buildings, scholarships for these IDPs, and incentives to IDP teachers or the whole staff. I will take you out to see some of those IDPs in class, and we'll have to interview 1 or 2 children why they need computers. Here we started here. This structure here, it's recently. My wife and I will struggle with raise money somewhere, and we started constructing as you are seeing. So one sample of classroom there. Let's go to class 5. See the IDPs. So here is class 5. Here is class 5. One of the classes where we have IDPs. All the IDPs should stand. Yeah, and some of the IDPs, even some teachers are IDPs. Let's go to another class to find out the needs of the school and why we need these things in this school. It's better to hear from the children if they actually have needs for anything in school. Good morning, class. Okay, want to find out if you want to have computers in this school. Do you have computers in this school? Do you want to have computers?
Yes.
Why?
My name is Songless. I am a pupil from Providence Bilingual Nursery and Primary School, Bateke. Nimbe 2 subdivision. Computer can change our life. Everything you do in this life today involves computer, but I have never seen or touch a computer. I really want to see and touch a computer. Computer make education easy. Computer increase creativity. Computer help us in enhancing our communication skills. Computer improve study performance. Computer help us in converting a lesson to video and audio for easily assessment and assimilation. Please support us in getting a computer. Thank you. I am called Ekwa Isabella. I study in Providence Bilingual Nursery and Primary School, Batoke. So without computer, learning is very difficult because we cannot practice what we learn in theory. For learning to be perfected, we need to practice what we learn. But we don't have these computers to practice. We plead for your assistance in providing us with computers, and God will bless you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we want to thank everybody. As I was saying, we actually need those things, computer infrastructure. This place can be demolished, can take about 5 stories. The other place there is empty, it's still our land, is empty, can take structures, as we are planning to build a vocational training college here. So we actually need the help, the world help for these children to excel. As you heard their complaint, I've heard mine. It's for their benefit. Me, I'm almost going to retirement. So we just want the world to help us. Thanks for listening. God bless you.
I'll say, don't. Is my hair okay?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. You have started?
Yes, it has.
Okay. Yes. Good afternoon, good morning, the world over. Here we are. My name is Dr. Lena Zedriga, and I'm here with this wonderful lady.
Mildred Bikorom Hanji, community activist, women, peace and security at YAK, South.
Yes, we are participating in the online marathon. The UN Security Council, the Alliance, the Global Alliance for ICT and Development, is a registered non-governmental organization, and it's a global movement. We are running an online marathon specifically about computers for every school and every child in Africa. Yes. What is your take on that?
Well, I think this is a very good initiative, a computer for every school in Africa, because many children in Africa do not have access to a computer. They don't even know what a computer is.
In fact, there are even figures to that, 450,000 schools. And then that makes it over 2 million, in fact 4 million children who have no access to technology and computers.
Yeah.
And especially now. But today we are not going to talk so much about that, although the call is around it. But we want to share, why do we have to give and supply computers for Africa? We are doing that because there's a global commitment. During the time of Kofi Annan, His Excellency, may his soul rest in peace, the world came together and said there needs to be a bridge, the global south, the global north, and also what sometimes we call the developed and not developed countries, or we call it the less development countries. But that initiative in 2003 committed to have computers provided in every school globally to bridge that gap. And I'm very happy that one of the focal point persons, Valerie, is actually also now making sure that the dream is realized, because Belarus benefited from it, China benefited from it. But now, we were in a boardroom and in the African Union, among other things, they were talking about computer in Africa, commitment for technology. What is the status in Uganda, especially?
I want to talk about Atiak to be specific, because that's where I work. and I have information and knowledge about Atiak as a sub-county. In Atiak, out of let's say 10, only one person knows what a computer is, and even the ones who know what a computer is don't have access to this computer because first of all it's expensive.
Yeah.
Number two is they don't have electricity.
Oh no.
Yeah. So even the ones who have access to a computer cannot use it. And I mean, how many can you find? You'll find only one in the sub-county.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important that we support this cause so that many people in Uganda can get to know about computers, but also to be able to access the computers. Because now, this generation that we are moving with, you have to have information and knowledge about a computer.
Yes.
Let's talk about your workspace.
Yes.
You won't be hired if you don't know something about a computer.
Yes.
Let's talk about marketing. You want to do something small.
Yeah.
If you know about the computer, you can start marketing online, and it will be a global cause.
Yes.
But if you're focusing on a small scale, then
so there is this November 20th, to be specifically, which is today, we are going on an online marathon. The whole world, you are called upon. We are saying, stop everything you are doing. Let us participate in this marathon because it is about redeeming humanity. It's about redeeming and building the bridges for a better citizen for Africa. In fact, African Union, the Vision 2063 talks about educating every Africa to be compliant for the 21st century. And we know it's very important. Computers at the core of that, right?
Very important.
And then you talked about electricity and so on. I remember before we even go far, during my generation, and we lost a lot of our people when we used to use Kaduba. Have you ever seen about this Kaduba?
Yes, I've seen them before. They are used for lights.
Yes.
Yeah, in places where they don't have electricity, you light it. They put some little paraffin, I think.
Yes.
And then you use a matchbox to light it.
Yes.
And you're good to go.
You are good to go. However, this has a lot of limitations because you either use paraffin or other people use diesel. It is actually not good for the health.
Yeah.
And so it is very important that we migrate. Me, I migrated. I used it in the early 60s and 70s, but I migrated. However, I have kept this such that I know where I have come from and I do not take where I have reached for granted. Now, I would like us to hold conversations about culture. How much do you know about culture? Because I'm 64 years old and you are just in your early 20s. Tell me.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
What I know about culture,
Yes.
these are shared values,
Yes.
shared beliefs, culture, basically our languages. We have formal culture and then the informal. We have materialistic culture. That is what we have right here.
Yes.
If you can take a look at this.
Yes.
So these are beliefs
Yes.
of a society.
Yes.
These are shared values.
Yes.
The languages we use.
Yes.
The ceremonies we hold, like marriage ceremonies.
Yes.
Burial ceremonies.
Yes.
Naming
Yes.
of children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us? Because I would like us to share specifically
Yeah.
where I come from, the Lugbara, and I know this is one of the sandals of my grandson.
Yeah.
And I'm happy you birthed him, and also this grandmothers memories. They are libraries. In fact, when the elderly they die, they say a library has been burnt down. This was made by my mother, Magdalene Eyotaru. In my Lugbara culture, we are speaking from Uganda. This is used for the millet and the cassava flour that we mix in very hot water. We call it enyasa. The Luos call it kwon. The Tesos call it atapa. It is eaten across northern Uganda. And so for us, we usually keep it in this basket, and then it keeps it warm. And then we also have this where we keep, it's actually a store And this is my mother used. It's a special knife for crafts. It's a special knife. These are very nice memories. And this one used to have the beads and the coins and so we. What is your take of it? Because you happen to have known her. You know we have different sizes of these baskets. Yeah.
I think it's a very good culture is very good because now you see even people who don't know about it can get to learn about it through things like this.
Yeah.
My son, I mean, he's really young, and by the time his great grandmother died, he was pretty young.
Yes.
So it is very important for him to see things like this,
Yes.
for him to relate with his great grandmother and
Yes.
to know how amazing she was. Because
Yes.
all these things were kept so that generations that come will have to experience them and also get knowledge about them. So
Yes.
it's a very good thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Now, here in Uganda, we are really blessed. Could you take us through these baskets? Because I know you are associated with some of these, so that the world may know. Because we do not have, apart from not having the electricity for the schools and homes, we also do not have electricity from home. However, as women, we are made to keep food warm. Can you explain for us how this works? Because the world needs to know. Yeah.
Well, where I come from, this is actually given to the woman when she's getting married. The
Wow.
kuhinjira, they give you these so that you take to your marital home. These are used to store food. For example, if you have millet, your millet flour, you put it in here and it will be safe. It will not be contaminated and it will be safe. So
Okay.
this is what these baskets are used for
Yes.
storing important things and food stuff so that your food is not contaminated in any way.
Yeah.
And it's still preserved.
Yeah.
Very fresh.
Wow, this is so great.
They're
This
actually
is-
valuable gifts that are given to a woman when she's getting married.
Wow. And it is given by her relatives, her family. And this one is now an improved version. For keeping fruit. You can actually, it is multi-purpose, isn't it?
Yeah, even when you're going to like markets, you can take it because you can always use it. You recycle it actually.
Yes.
Instead of using plastic bags that you will throw and they destroy the environment.
Yes.
You can opt for this. So this
Yes.
is very handy when you're going grocery shopping.
Yes. And these are all made out of natural palm tree, the palm leaves, or even the sorghum, the back of the sorghum. They are very long lasting and very durable and organic. So they're user friendly, isn't it? Yes. And we still are taking you through. We started with the don't touch it culturally. Wow. This is called adungu. It's a musical instrument. Beautiful, 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 wonderful. These days, most of the churches use it and it produces. But by the time my generation, we were growing, I loved music. However, I was told, please don't. In fact, they even beat my hands that never ever touch this, because if you play as a woman, this adungu, this musical instrument, the food that you mingle is going to become watery. That the enyasa, the atapa is going to be watery. But music is a very, very powerful communication message. So I would encourage you to learn to play. In fact, I actually want to play it before. And even Glenn should be able to learn how to play it. It's so musical, it's so beautiful, it's so nice, it's so soothing. And you can sing so many. Yes, Brian, you know how to play adungu?
Yeah.
Yes, come. Come and we play. You tune. Yes.
I think
yes, I'm okay. I'm going to look at it. Now there's an expert. Yes, it reminds you.
I think this reminds me of how we've been raised in Africa.
Yes.
The societal norms and beliefs.
Yes.
Oh, women should not do this, women should do that, and women should not do this. And
yes.
And it even relates with the topic that we are discussing.
Yes.
Where most people in that society believe that women are not supposed to be highly educated.
Yeah.
If a woman knows a lot of computer,
Mm-hmm.
then they are going to be disrespectful. They're not going to get married.
Mm-hmm. But is that the truth?
No, it's not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So Ngwa, this one is an expert from West Nile. He's going to lead us in one soothing song.
Let's watch.
Yes, yes. We are going to take a very short break as we watch the other messages. Thank you so much. Please don't quit. We are still on. We are just giving you an opportunity to watch the other videos and messages from West Africa, from Kenya, from Tanzania, from DR Congo, all holding on awakening about this dire situation in terms of the lack of access to computers and the electricity and good schools, and calling on you to give and give. Participate. Thank you very much.
My name is Darkness Ado. I am a student of GSS Dibanda. We do not have computers in our school. We want to have education. Please help us learn computers. Thank you.
My name is Divine Favor. I am a student of GSS Dibanda. We do not have computers in our school and it makes learning very difficult. Please help us have a better future.
My name is Tawo Daniel Oja and I study at Government Secondary School, my 14 Dibanda Buya. We don't have computers at our school. We want to learn and need access to technology. Please help us get these tools for a better education.
My name is Tangwa Loiso. I am a student at Government Secondary School, Dibanda. Without computers, it's hard for us to keep up with the world. We want to learn and grow. Please support us in getting computers.
My name is Shinwi Stephanie and I am a student of GSS Dibanda. I want to learn about computers, but we do not have any at our school. Education is our future and we need their support to make it better. Please help us.
My name is Romani Jacob. I am from GSS. Please help us with computers. Please want to learn better and we need computers. Thank you.
Students of GHS Batoke Noah 6 Science 1. We don't have computers in our school. Dear institution, imagine of a future where students are not just recipients of knowledge in ignorance, but are innovators and creators. You integrating computers in our education system will help us to break out and unlock our limitless potentials so as to be able to maximize and utilize full digitalization in our education system. In this light, computers will help us to be able to undergo crucial digital literacy, which is needed for modern and a digital world. It will also help in coding and understanding of digital ethics. As Steve Jobs once said, he made mention that the best way to foster an environment of innovation is to create an environment where people feel safe to take the risk. Even Bill Gates commented on that and said that word. He said in the life year span of computing, there is no concept more important like having computers in the classroom. Your collaboration with us to provide us with computing assets and facilities will really help us to have a good and a digitalized education system experience. There is nothing more satisfying to us GHS Batoke students than this your initiative of Computer Aid. And in a world of innovation, we will forever be grateful to you that you are a cornerstone and a foundation for our great achievements. Thank you.
Africa is a continent whose size exceeds that of all of Europe, China, and the United States combined. Yet, despite this vast territory, In 2023, 600 million people in sub-Saharan Africa still lack access to electricity. This accounts for 80% of the world's population without electricity, highlighting the urgent need for measures to close the energy gap that continues to hinder the region's development. Despite some progress, in 2021, access to electricity in sub-Saharan Africa finally exceeded 50%. For example, in Rwanda, only 18% of rural households have access to electricity, 12% are connected to the grid, and 6% use solar panels. However, energy is just the beginning. To move forward, Africa needs to provide its children with access to technology. In today's Africa, educational challenges go far beyond the lack of electricity. In most sub-Saharan African countries, schools suffer from extremely limited access to computers, the internet, and even basic furniture. In 2020, only 40% of schools worldwide had access to the internet for educational purposes. In Africa, this figure is much lower, creating a significant barrier to quality education, especially in remote regions. There is also another equally important issue, the shortage of school desks and other furniture. Without proper workspaces for students, it is impossible to create a comfortable and productive learning environment. This leads to additional difficulties in the educational process and hinders the development of the next generation of leaders. Moreover, many children in Africa do not attend school at all. From 2000 to 2021, the total number of children in sub-Saharan Africa increased, but a large number of children still could not enter the education system. According to statistics, the number of children not attending school fluctuated between 78 and 98 million during this period. Despite efforts to expand educational coverage, which increased the number of enrolled students from 109 million in 2000 to 240 million in 2021, nearly 100 million children are still out of school. This is not just a systemic issue, but a harsh reality: poverty, inequality in access to education, and the lack of basic infrastructure. What are the solutions? One of the main goals is to provide schools with a stable energy source, to equip one school with solar panels, to ensure a stable electricity supply. Between $10,000 and $20,000 is needed. If we factor in the costs of purchasing computers, connecting to the internet, and providing basic furniture, the total cost of equipping one school can range from $20,000 to $30,000. But what does this mean? It means opportunity. An opportunity we can create together. Every investment in education is an investment in the future. We can help African children gain the opportunity to learn, grow, and achieve their dreams. We can build computer labs in every school, open doors to education, and give these children the very chance they so rightfully deserve. Join our marathon, and together, let's change the future of Africa. Your contribution will help children in Africa gain access to education.
We need computers. Please help us have computers. Hey, computers. Computers. Come along, computers. We need computers. Please help us have computers. Hey, computers. Computers. Come along, computers. We need computers. Please help us have computers. 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 We need computers. Computers. Please help us have computers. 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 We need computers. Computers. Please help us have computers. 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 Computers.
Manjo. I am a pupil of Glorious King Nursery and Primary School, Boya, Cameroon. I want to thank you, the Nobel laureates, for supporting the computer class for every school in Africa. We, the people of Glorious Nursery and Primary School, are indeed grateful for your support in Africa campaign. I am from I am a people of Glorious Kids Nursery and Primary School, Boya, Cameroon. I am appealing to the United Nations Secretary General, His Excellency Antonio Guterres. Please help support every computer school in Africa campaign. Please, Swa Excellency, help bring technology to the students in Africa.
I am a people of Glorious Kids Nursery and Primary School, Boya, Cameroon. I am here to congratulate President Donald Trump on his election as the 47th President of the United States of America. I am also here to invite you to support the computer classroom campaign with solar panels, projectors, and modern technology for every school in Africa through the Global Alliance for ICT Development. Please, President Trump, help bring computers to African schools.
We are just like Baron. We would be grateful if you support the campaign.
My name is Gamu Mutai. I am a pupil of Glorious Kids Nursery and Primary School, Boya, Cameroon. I am appealing to you, Daddy Elon Musk, to help promote the campaign for computer class for every school in Africa. We know you can do it. Please help us showcase the campaign.
Please, Daddy Elon Musk, we would be grateful if you could support the campaign on X.
Regards, Swa Excellency Antonio Guterres. Thank you very much, President Donald Trump. Merci beaucoup, Daddy Elon Musk. Muchas gracias a todos.
Finchan Dazia Nemedajian. Shukran Jazilia.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and partners in education, I'm honored to join you for this marathon organized by the Global Alliance for ICT and Development under the visionary theme, A Computer Class for Every School in Africa. My name is Shegunige, President of Aneke Foundation. It's a privilege to lend our voice to this essential cause. At Aneke Foundation, we firmly believe that every child, regardless of background or circumstances, has the right to quality education and access to tools for learning. That belief has been at the heart of our work for nearly 2 decades. Through our Books for African Schools initiative, we've donated thousands of books and essential educational materials to underserved schools across sub-Saharan Africa. But books alone are no longer enough. In today's world, digital literacy is as vital as basic literacy. To that end, we have expanded our focus to include digital resources and access to technology. Among our achievements, we funded the creation of a literacy center in Cameroon and sponsored several IT training centers in Liberia and Uganda, thereby opening doors to the digital world for many youths. We've also worked with local organizations to offer training and resources that help both students and teachers build foundational digital skills. These labs have empowered thousands of students, many of whom are now able to explore a world far beyond their immediate surroundings and engage with technology that will be central to their futures. But as we all know, the journey ahead requires far more than individual efforts. It requires a collective commitment, one that brings together governments, organizations, businesses, and communities to address these deep-seated issues at their core. Today, I urge each of you to join us in advocating for change. Whether it's through partnerships, donations, or simply spreading the word, your action contributes to a future where every African child has access to education, including digital education. A future where digital tools and skills aren't a luxury, but a right accessible to every child. At Anike Foundation, we are committed to that vision, and we will continue working tirelessly until every school, every teacher, and every child can look forward to the future with hope and confidence. Together, let's bring a computer class to every school in Africa and create the future that all our children deserve. Thank you.
I can actually trace the challenge from when I was still a learner in this area. So when I left the village, I had never seen a computer before in my life. And then when you get to tertiary, you are confronted with all these gadgets and you're supposed to know how they work. After so many years, more than 20 years, still remains that the children around this area, they don't have access to computers, they don't have access to internet, no libraries.
The challenges that are evident, that prevail in this area, is that there's literally no digital literacy for the students.
So this is where the lab comes in. They can come here and they can interact with the computer, and once they are acquainted with the computer, a whole new world is open.
Most of the kids who never before had an access to even touch a computer, now they can do that. And some, of course, are able to apply for jobs or even market their small businesses.
We're also hoping to have tutors for younger kids. We will assist them, we will have coding, which is something that a lot of people have shown interest in.
So I see this place as that open space where people don't have to have degrees, qualifications to learn skills, where the young, the old can come together to co-create and solve problems that exist in the community.
We are excited that next year we'll be opening more solar community hubs in rural areas. Quite excited that actually we'll be offering more than IT programs. We'll be doing even now entrepreneurship, which is very necessary in our life, and life skills program. We are appreciative of Dell Technologies and CETA for supporting this initiative. And hopefully there will be more corporates and government to support us in future.
So it's very important because in a lot of the communities that we put these solar hubs, there's no type of service like that. So Dell's role is very much to provide the technology and also to make sure that we have the funding in place to create sustainability. And working with an organization like Computer Aid, they provide the skill sets, the people, the training to enable that community hub to be sustainable over a lengthy period of time.
The digital divide has had a disproportionate impact on underserved communities around the world. This is why Dell Technologies is committed to advance digital inclusion for 1 billion people by 2030. Making this happen to transform lives at scale means putting our technology, people, and partnership to work to develop the best solution adapted to the communities that need the most support. Through these unique hubs, we are helping communities grow by providing access to technology, skills, and the support they need to participate to the digital economy.
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Rachel Eben. I'm a lecturer with the University of Buea in Cameroon. My presentation is focused around digital technology and digital access within the continent of Africa, and in particular Cameroon. Cameroon, just like most African countries, is actually facing this issue of digital access because, as you all know, we have not yet reached that point where we can say we are comfortable with what we have as far as digital access, digital technology is concerned within the continent. Some of the issues that we face as Africans with relation to the aspect of digital technology is the issue of penetration. Another issue that we face is the high cost of access. Infrastructure has not been developed. We also face the problem of poor policies and regulations, as well as lack of capacity. And we understand that if these aspects are harmonized, then we would be able to have better accessibility, better affordability, and availability of digital technology, especially within the context of our schools. At the present time, especially within the context of Cameroon, we have a real serious issue with respect to digital technology within the context of education. We believe that if this is made available through provision of funding support by international NGOs and organizations to civil society organizations and other social and community-based groups, we would be able to make digital access affordable and accessible to our schools. And if this is made available through this funding support and other resources that can be garnered by these organizations, we believe that our educational system will be much improved. Children would have better access to technology to support their learning, to support the teaching and learning process, which is actually hampered at the present time because of the lack of this resource. Apart from the availability, affordability, and those other critical needs areas that have been mentioned, I think that one other critical aspect that we face, or a challenge that we face within the context of Cameroon, is that of power. Electricity hampers the use of digital technology and computers within our classroom context. And we think that one of the ways that this can actually be taken care of would be through the provision of renewable energy. And we think that once renewable energy is made available together with these other resources, we think that we would be able to get to the point where we as Africans would be comfortable with the issue of digital technology in our classrooms. So our appeal is for these international organizations to support community groups, civil society organizations, schools, within the private partner, the public sphere and the private sphere.
My name is Sakame Kingston Gole. I'm the principal of New Era College Batoke, Nekol Batoke. Nekol Batoke is situated at my 8th Batoke under Limbe 2 municipality, Faku Division, Southwest region of the Republic of Cameroon. Nekol Batoke has a student population of about 930 students, mostly IDPs, that is internally displaced students or persons coming from some villages above the mountain area or behind the mountain area, like Bomboko, like Ebie, Poto 1 and 2, Bova, Boviongo, and so on. We face a lot of problems in this school. To begin with, we face a lot of problems when it comes to fees payment. This is because most of the students we have in Nicole Batoke, being internally displaced students, they cannot pay fees. And as a result, it is very difficult for us to cope with the number of desks that will befit every other population that we have, the absence of enough didactic materials, the absence of the computer lab, projectors, internet on campus, absence of the library and the science lab, the absence of the transportation means. All of these are factors that, if they are present in school, they will enable the students to study adequately and under better conditions, and this will increase or improve their performance, and success be assured. As a result of this, we are now calling on important personalities like the President-elect of the United States of America, President Donald Trump, former President of America, Barack Obama, and the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to come and support the computer class for every school in Africa and Cameroon in particular. We need your presence, we need your support. The children in Africa, in Cameroon, in Nicole Batoke, they need your presence, they need your support so that their success, their future can be brightened, so that education in Africa, so the studies here can be easy, and by then they can achieve their full potentials. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Here at Espas Primary in South Africa. At Espas Primary, we offer robotics programs where we use various programs such as Scratch, where the learners learn a deeper understanding for coding. Then let's move on to our Sphere board. Our Sphere board, we make use of the Sphere education program where learners play games on the phone and answer questions in order to make the sphere move. Next, we have our B boards and Blue boards, which help learners develop a foundation for coding by giving simple instructions such as turning left or right. Then we have the cuboids, where learners build their own robots and with the use of a tablet learn how to give instructions to their robots. Here at Espas Primary, we offer the basic Microsoft programs such as Word, Excel and PowerPoint. We also make use of the computer program Computer for Kids. This is where they learn different activities such as mathematics, Afrikaans and English word games. We also have art activities where they use Tux Paint. It has the same skill set as normal paint, but the Tux Paint has a bit more advantages, for example stamps, where the learners learn more about copy and paste. Computer skills are essential in the modern world, and a computer class provides children with a solid foundation for future career and academic success.
Goeiemôre from Espas Primary School in Pretoria, in South Africa. My name is William Lewis and I am here at our computer center. This center helps us use computers and explore all the fun and amazing things they can do. We are very blessed because there are many children in Africa who don't have computers or even electricity in their schools. At Espas, we believe in the dream of having a computer in every class in Africa. Ons sê ja vir 'n rekenaarsentrum in elke school in Pretoria, in Afrika.
Good morning, goeiemorgen van Laerskool Voorpos, South Africa. This year I learned a lot of useful and interesting things to do on the computer. I learned the correct finger positioning to type quicker in Word. In Excel, I can make my own timetable. I learned to express my creativity in TuxPaint. My favorite was to design a slideshow on PowerPoint. I'm really thankful for everything I could learn this year in computer sciences and technology. I wish this for every child in Africa.
Artificial intelligence has generated messages from prominent 20th century leaders who lived in the pre-computer era. AI believes that if they were with us today, they would undoubtedly support the campaign, a computer class for every school in Africa. We present to you the messages of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and Martin Luther King. In a world founded on the four freedoms, we must add a fifth, the freedom to access knowledge. Let it be our new deal to equip every school in Africa with computer classes, ensuring no child is left behind in the march toward progress.
Let us wage a new war, not against nations, but against ignorance and inequality. Providing every school in Africa with a computer class is not charity. It is a victory for human progress and the surest path to a brighter, united future.
Not ask what the world can do to bridge the digital divide. Ask what we can do together to ensure every school in Africa has a computer class. For in empowering others, we secure a brighter future for all humanity.
I have a dream that one day every child in Africa will sit in a classroom with a computer, unlocking the door to a world of opportunities, because true equality means bridging the digital divide and empowering every mind to thrive in the modern age.
Artificial intelligence supports the global campaign, a computer class for every school in Africa.
Family bilingual nursery and primary school. Without computers, it's hard for us to keep up with the world. We want to learn and grow. Please support us in getting computers.
I study at Family bilingual nursery and primary school. We don't have any computer at our school. We want to learn and need access to technology and engineering. Please help us get these tools for a better education.
My name is Eltran Bolele. As the people of Family bilingual nursery and primary school, I want to learn about computers, but we don't have any in our school. At our school, education is the future, and we need your support to make it better. Please help us learn.
As a student of Family bilingual nursery and primary school, I want to learn about computers, but we don't have any in our school. Education is our future, and we need your support to make it better. Please help us learn.
My name is Awumpa Obeng. I am a student of GHS Limbe, a school where there are not enough computers. We dream of learning more, but we need your help. Please help us get enough computers so we can better our education.
My name is Fowa Rishne. I am in class 5 and I study at Excellence Bilingual Nursery and Primary School, Maitu Limbe. We don't have computers at our school. We want to learn and need access to technology. Please help us get the tools we need for better education.
My name is Princess Eviga Debrayo. I am a student of New Grade Step. We don't have computers in our school. We need computers to type and to write our exam papers.
I am from New Grade Step. Please, we don't have computers in our school. I want to become an accountant in the future so that I can start learning now, so that when I grow up, it should be easy for me to type.
sufuria there?
Yeah.
I wanted to bring the other. Also, can it? Yes, yes. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are talking about the marathon. We are talking about bridging the computer, ICT and technology gap between Africa and the rest, between the global south and the global north. We are also taking you through the rich culture of Uganda. We started with the baskets. Now we have come to the issues. We are going to showcase this beauty of Africa and say generations to come, we also have something that you will love. And it's purposefully, we wouldn't want always to talk about war and so, yes, there are war or bad politics and so on. But today, specifically, let's go through this rich culture of Uganda, the diverse rich culture of Uganda. We are here with so many items, including food is at the center of every family activity. In fact, food also used to be used for accusing somebody or bringing up your case, because if I refuse to eat your food, it means I have a grudge with you, isn't it? Yeah. And we eat communally. So we eat communally, and in fact now we even have, we used to and we still cook with using the pot. Pot is made out of clay, and it is usually women who make this pot. Then we have the 3 stones or bricks here and the firewood that we use for cooking. So, because we eat together, the millet or cassava mixed paste, we put it here, the nyasa. And then it is served in a pot or sometimes in a calabash. The food usually is thick. There's a sauce that we are going to get because we have we are participating in this. So we would all have, and to keep this food warm, the Nubans use the kuta. That food will remain warm for hours and hours. And for us, the Lubara, we use the kobi. This is made from the back of the sorghum plant. We use this, it keeps the food warm. They actually, interestingly, also use this calabash. Calabash is very, very central at the activities of women and men in Acholi and the Luo generally, because we use it as women for fetching water. In fact, one of the things is we can fetch water with the calabash, and then you put it. This is a touch, a tisiko, and you put it here like this, and then you carry your water and you are singing song. And then you walk, and you have to really make sure your neck is very flexible. And then we also have the varieties, the big, the small, and also we have this. Some people, you know, some of the youth, please can you share the use of this calabash?
Oh, this,
Yeah.
from where I come from, this is used to make alcohol, actually, local alcohol.
Wow.
And then after they've made it,
Yeah.
it's called dovshera.
Yes.
After they've made it, they serve people from this calabash. First of all, it will have it smell really good. It will remain cold,
Yeah.
and above all, very clean.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what it's used for.
Yes. And also others use it for cultured milk, isn't
Yeah,
it? Yes.
milk, yeah.
Yes. Can you tell us about it, how it is cultured or how it is made into yogurt? You call it yogurt.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you get milk. After milking the cows, you get it and keep it here for a few days.
Yeah.
And after you've kept it here for a few days, the milk will go bad.
Yeah.
So that's what they use to make the yogurt. When the milk is spoiled,
Yeah.
it becomes yogurt.
Yes.
And when the yogurt is spoiled, it becomes cheese.
Yes. That is great. And from there, we also use this calabash. Has a lot of use. It's used for drinking the kwete, We make a lot of drinks from maize, from millet, from fermented sorghum. So in Lubara we call it kwete, and then you drink it from there. We can also use it for taking porridge, whether it is oats meal porridge, whether it is, but cultural we drink millet as porridge in the morning and in the evening, and we also put in it some granite paste. Yes, so we also use this for grinding sim paste or peanut butter, which is done locally using granules, which we will peel. We are going to do it in the next session. Food is at the center of everything. Here is, can you explain what happens here?
Yeah, so this is a mortar, and what it is used for. So, for example, if you have your garlic and you want to grind it into very tiny particles, or into a paste, you put it, you peel it, you peel off the cover, and then put the pieces in here, and then you just pound.
Yes.
And it's going to become a perfect paste.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect. In fact, from there, we are also going to still remain in the kitchen. This is called yofe. Yofe is a broom. It grows in the wilderness, and women are the ones that pick it. Women pluck them, and then we make yofe. And usually we sweep when we are singing songs. That shows you are very happy. Okay? So we use this. And then, before I forget, before we move on, the use of the calabash. This is a very, very crucial thing. We use it for fetching water. We use it for covering. And then for covering the baby. And when the baby is crying so much, you just do this. And then you keep singing the songs. Yes. And then the baby will just sleep. This is for the Acholi culture. And then the men use it for dancing la rakaraka. It's also an instrument. Yes. And then they can also use it as a pillow. You know? They can also use it as for sitting. You know, the men, you don't have to look for where to sit. You sit, you don't break it. You see? Yes, so it is multi-purpose. This is the big calabash, aguara. And for the lubaras, we also use this. This one is called luku, specifically. In fact, was used for covering the father of land. This is over 30 years old. So you put it, you strap the baby, you strap this, and also use a small stick. This is not the one. You use it and then you sing. And the baby will sleep. Yes, the baby will sleep. And it protects the baby also from sunshine and rain. Yeah, let us continue with our food. This is another basket. And what do you have inside it?
Brother hearts.
Yes. Or sometimes they call it sour soap. Yes.
Yeah, this is a fruit that has very many health benefits. Many people believe, actually it is believed, that when you consume these fruits, you can't get cancer.
And where did you pick it?
I picked it from the garden here at home.
Yes.
So we are fortunate enough to have a garden of these fruits.
Yes. Thank you so much. This one is, we're in the kitchen. And then we have our, yes, can you talk about that?
This is plantain.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's most of it is ripe. So
Yes.
you can cook it in two different ways. You can fry it and eat it as a snack, or you can boil it, steam it, and then enjoy it as well. It's very delicious.
Yes.
And yeah,
Nutritious
as well.
Yes. In fact, I believe you had cooked some, and we eat it as a snack, but we also eat it as a food. We eat simsim paste, which is right here. With the simsim paste, which is right here, and we can use, yes. In fact, we use as a wooden spoon, and then we put it a little in this calabash. Yes, we put it a little in the calabash because this is simsim paste, sesame, and a bit of granite. And then we use it a lot for cooking sauce. I think, Monica, you have cooked for us some sauce which we are going to eat, isn't it? So we eat it. You can taste. Come. Miko, bye. Yum. The food in Africa, you don't eat alone. In my culture, we don't eat food alone. We eat together. Iringoni? Nice. Yes. So this is plantain, just freshly made. And this is our container. And now we are going to go ahead. We are going to come here to the part of the pots. Clay and pot of all sizes. This one for drinking water. It just that soil smell. The water from the pot is just special. You can buy what money. And then this one is used for keeping for us the shea butter oil. Yeah, the shea butter oil. This one is used for keeping the shea butter oil or the cow ghee for these people. This is also for mixing. We also mix that sesame paste with shea butter oil. And then you keep it here, and then you can eat it with the sweet potatoes, with the cassava, with the yams, with the plantain. It is very, very good. And then here we also keep the shea butter. We have different types and different shapes and different colors. Now, can you tell us about this one? Can we share with the world?
These are table mats. They're made from banana fibers. So, yeah, when you have your food ready, you just place the saucepan on top of this to protect the tablecloth from getting burnt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these are made out of banana fiber. Everything that you see here is made out of materials that are around us, part of the environment.
Wow, wow, that is nice. So we have the different pots, and we even have a very big one for keeping water. Very, 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 very good. Now we are coming to the main corner in African culture. Men, the boy child, the men have a special place in society. Can this one? Yes, he will talk in Lubara, then I will explain in English. This is a bow and arrow. It's called Brian. Yes. Show the world how you protect. Yes, show the world how you protect us at home, because they are supposed to protect. Yes, show us. He said, show us. He said, Lord. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Men used to be hunters. They would go in the wilderness, and then they would hunt. And then a man must always have that. And the elderly men use this stick. It is a sign of authority. They use it. It is a sign of authority. And when they want to talk, they will stick it down. And then the men also have a special knife, which they use when they go hunting. Yes. And this one goes on the waist of the men here. And then they remove it, because this is from a skin of an animal. So it is kept very... during my times, women were not even allowed to touch this. But now, I bought this one myself from Pakwach. Yes. So we are yet moving on. Honey, raw honey is very, very critical in most of the things we do. In fact, here at home, we don't even use sugar. We use honey. And I could also show you people. Yes, you can talk a bit about the honey.
This is organic honey that is got from bees. It's made here. It has no chemicals whatsoever. It's natural.
Yeah.
And it tastes very delicious.
Yes.
It also has health benefits. Yeah. For example, you don't have to take sugar if you're taking it.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, you won't get sick of diabetes because of honey.
No. Yeah. And it's very nice. We use honey almost in most of the things. We eat raw, we eat with the cassava, we eat with the sesame paste. And this is a special chair. It's called Omwami Akoye. The man is tired. Muzee is tired. So, culturally, women were not even allowed to sit in this chair. You know? And they would attach some taboos to it that, oh, you will not produce, or you are going to become a wizard, and so. So, my generation, we never used to sit in these ones. It's a special chair for relaxing, and then the man is brought the food, and then the children gather around to play. Is given in this calabash, which is very, very critical. Then we have the children's corner. We have the children's corner. This is specifically from West Nile. It is handmade by people who have not even gone to school in Aluru area. And they have now made this. This is, yeah, you can talk since we have, this is actually for my grandchildren. Yeah, and they are very cheaply purchased. It is made out of wood, yeah?
This is a car, a toy car made out of wood. Yeah. As you can see, it has tires, and these tires are made out of rubber. They are rubber. Yeah. Yes, and then it has bottle tops. You see, it has bottle tops to protect the tires.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fun toy for the children to play with.
Yes, and made by children who have not even had the opportunity to go to school. Yeah. What about if we had to give them the computers? These are going to be making the BMWs. These are going to be designing the aeroplane, the jets, because you can see them.
And also what the computer would help with the computer and access to internet, they would be able to market these cars, toy cars. Yeah. They would be able to market them through online businesses. And by doing that, they'll be not only getting income from them, but also getting exposure. Yeah. Yeah. And then who doesn't want their children to play with organic toys? This is a bus, California, and this is wooden. It is handmade 100%. It is also a way of preserving the environment, because I can see these are all the yeah. So this is a way of you doing our reusable protective activities. Well, then we also have this decorative from wood. Yeah, very, very nice. And this one is so beautiful. It's one of my favorite from wood. This one is also among them, and the giraffe and the chicken. And then we have the toys from Rwanda, that mother feeding, breastfeeding, and is seated on a very nice stool. Well, we have taken you through this, and as we take a short break, and allow you to watch the other videos, don't quit, don't go. Let us continue to run this online marathon. Let us raise all the computers that we need and the resources. And of course, we are also calling upon you to donate in terms of us getting solar panels, in terms of us getting desks, in terms of us getting better
classroom facilities, which is very, very important, such that we are going to be producing the next generations of genius, critical thinking people coming from Africa, and also bridging that global divide and making sure the numbers fall. The numbers of those excluded from accessing computers and the digital divide must fall. Thank you.
Also, kindly make sure you share this video on your social media platforms.
Yeah.
Share with all your contacts so that this information can reach more people.
Yeah.
And so that we can have a computer for every classroom. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. $450,000 schools in Africa do not have access to computers. You can see they don't even have one laptop or a tablet. They only have a phone that we occasionally have to give from the head teacher.
Moreover, in some areas, the situation is complex with the lack of constant electricity supply and internet services.
These children face unthinkable hardships and circumstances.
And with education, those dreams can become reality.
Every child deserves a bright, prosperous future, no matter where they are born.
With your support, we can give children the chance to learn and grow.
On November 20th, 2024, we invite you to join us for the Global Marathon for the Rights of the Child.
Please help us organize this marathon, and together we can change the situation. Thank you.
We need the computers here as of yesterday to close that gap of learners and learning. Please donate, and ship all the computers that you are holding somewhere because you do not need them. But also because we have to close that learning gap. Digital, the world has gone, and we have to implement it in practice. Thank you very, very much for your generosity.
My name is Fatima Karinyo, and I stand by this situation where this school does not have computers, and we plead on you people to help us bring more computers so that we can facilitate our work on computers, which can help us to do our research, to do our homeworks, like when we don't have. When we need some facilities to do, we don't have them at home, we can come to school and do them with the use of computers. So please, may you provide us with our school computers.
My name is Atanga Iyampe. I come from New Wave, and I stand by to say we don't have any computers in our school. And we are pleading on you to provide us with some more computers. Because one, it helps us to communicate. Two, it helps us to store our important messages. Three, it helps us to store our homeworks. And four, it helps teachers to also store their examination.
My name is Akli Yasmin Asukwa. I'm a student from New Wave. And I insist the fact that we need computers because in our school we do not have any computer. The reasons why we need computers is because one, it eases communication. It helps to save our important files, and also teaches us on how networking works. It also helps us in how to create a file, and also computer help.
My name is Marlene. I attend National Comprehensive Bilingual and Primary School member. We do not have a computer in our school. We want to have a computer so we can put into practice everything we have learned verbally.
We are appealing to the UN Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, to support the global computer class for every school in Africa campaign.
My name is Emre. I am the CEO and founder of A2SV, Africa to Silicon Valley. We are a non-profit tech academy and incubator. Through our tech academy, we train high-potential university students in Africa and connect them with opportunities at top tech companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon. And through our incubator, we build digital products for the benefit of African people and businesses. And to make all those efforts meaningful, there are a couple things that we need to provide for our students. Everything starts with connectivity. And to give them connectivity, number one, we need computers. Especially the inventory that is not used in the developed world anymore. This may be something very little to donate. However, it can be life-changing in the hands of African children. From that perspective, I really appreciate this marathon and any effort that is trying to bring attention to better utilization of the resources we have in the developed world. If we share, we are going to show our care, and through these donations, we can empower the next generation of technology innovators in Africa.
In sub-Saharan Africa, nearly 450,000 schools lack access to computers, and 80% of them don't even have electricity. In sub-Saharan Africa, nearly 450,000 schools lack access to computers, and 80% of them don't even have electricity. Over 250 million children are deprived of the opportunity to learn essential digital skills, pushing them further away from success in a rapidly evolving global economy. This deepens inequality, contributes to economic instability, and deprives them of a future. Currently, there are many volunteer initiatives focused on collecting and delivering refurbished computers to African schools. Worldwide, there are more than 150 million unused computers under 5 years old, including 70 million in the United States. You can help children in Africa today. If you have an old but functional computer, consider donating it to organizations that refurbish and deliver equipment to schools in Africa. Your unused laptop or desktop could become a child's first window into the digital world, providing them with the tools they need to learn, grow, and succeed. We also call on corporate leaders around the world to support this initiative by donating computers to African schools that are no older than 5 years. Modern, fully functional devices donated by companies can play a key role in transforming education for millions of children in Africa. These devices should meet basic requirements to be suitable for school use. We accept corporate donations starting with 20 computers. We also call on solar panel manufacturers to help African schools. We invite you to join the project as a volunteer. Your skills and time can significantly change the lives of African students. To get involved, fill out the application form on our website. We call on the media, journalists, and bloggers to become information partners and support this initiative. By sharing this initiative, you can inspire others to join and help. Today, you have the power to change a child's future. Whether by donating money or a computer, your time, or simply spreading this message, you are helping create a world where every child has access to a quality education. Together, we can make this a reality.
Je m'appelle Justine, élève de l'Institut Wezu, faisant la 3e année commerciale de gestion. C'est-à-dire si on est en train de faire l'informatique, mais je vois que nous travaillons souvent les cours d'informatique doivent se faire pratiquement, mais on les fait théoriquement. Et normalement, nous devrons savoir comment utiliser les machines, mais malheureusement, on n'a pas assez de machines pour nous tous. Nous utilisons tous une machine par 8 personnes. On n'a pas une salle appropriée d'informatique. Et dans ce monde, ça doit être obligé pour tous les élèves de savoir utiliser les nouvelles technologies modernes.
Bonjour, moi c'est Germain, collègue de Jocelyne. Et comme vient de dire ma collègue, on a besoin d'un bienfaiteur pour répondre à nos besoins informatiques parce qu'on a des sérieux problèmes vraiment. Au lieu de travailler pratiquement avec les ordis, on travaille théoriquement avec les cahiers, alors que l'informatique, c'est bien de s'adapter à l'ordinateur parce que ça se passe bien là-dedans, donc pas dans les cahiers. Et en tout cas, si on pouvait avoir votre soutien, on serait tellement ravis et reconnaissants. Merci.
Hi everyone, my name is Emre. I am the CEO and founder of A2SV, Africa to Silicon Valley. We are a non-profit tech academy and incubator. Through our tech academy, we train high-potential university students in Africa and connect them with opportunities at top tech companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon. And through our incubator, we build digital products for the benefit of African people and businesses. And to make all those efforts meaningful, for all these there are a couple things that we need to ignite. We need to provide infrastructure. Now, internet connectivity is getting better than ever in Africa. However, due to not having the hardware, not having mobile phones, computers, millions of African children are lacking access to internet. They can learn faster with internet and generative AI. And to enable this, we need people to feel responsible and donate their old electronics.
In recent years, the number of refugees and asylum seekers from Africa has increased by 14%, reaching more than 45 million people. Over 250 These numbers are not just statistics. They represent the lives of individuals who were forced to leave their homes, their countries. People who didn't choose where they were born, but found themselves in a situation where their only option was to flee in search of safety, stability, and a better life.
There are many volunteer
Due to economic instability,
focused on collecting
conflicts,
and delivering
and many other
refurbished computers
challenges,
to African
many of
schools.
these people
Worldwide,
there are more than 150 million
However,
unused
the harsh
computers
reality
under 5 years
is that
old,
many of them do
including
not
70
find
million
success
in
in the United
migration,
States.
and many
You can help
tragically
children
lose their
in
lives
Africa
along
today.
the way.
If you
They
have
face
an old
dangerous
but functional
journeys,
computer,
the uncertainty
consider
of
donating
asylum
it to
processes,
organizations that
and for some,
refurbish and
the
deliver
despair
equipment
of
to
being
schools in
unable
Africa.
to rebuild their
Your
lives.
unused laptop
But the
or
world
desktop
remains
could become a
silent about
child's
their
first
struggles
window into
and
the
the
digital
thousands
world,
who perish
providing them
while
with the
seeking
tools
a
they
better
need to learn,
future.
grow,
Today,
and succeed.
African countries
We also
need help.
call on corporate
The world
leaders around
must
the
turn
world
its
to
face
support
toward
this
Africa,
initiative by
not
donating
with
computers to African
not with
schools
fences,
that are no
but with
older than 5
understanding
years.
and an open
Modern,
heart.
fully
The
functional
billions of
devices
dollars
donated
spent
by
on
companies
creating
can play
barriers
a
to
key
limit
role in
people's
transforming
movement
education
could and
for
should be
millions of
used to
children
create
in Africa.
opportunities
These
for the
devices
people of
should
Africa, for the future of the continent. It is madness to spend such sums on division instead of investing in creating educational and career opportunities for Africa's younger generation. Let's use these funds to give African children and youth the chance for education, to help them realize their potential on their homeland, rather than seeking happiness in foreign countries. Instead of building barriers, let's build businesses, carry out reforms, and develop tourism. Let's help create the conditions for people to come to Africa from Europe, America, Canada, and all over the world to travel, discover this incredible continent, and not fear for their safety. This is what we need to work toward. Africa is a continent with immense potential. It can become a hub for economic growth, innovation, and cultural exchange if each of us invests in creating conditions for that growth. We call on businesses, politicians, and citizens from all over the world to unite and make a difference. We call on everyone to turn toward Africa. Support civil initiatives, help educational projects, visit Africa, see how people live there, and you will immediately understand why it's so important to help. When you see with your own eyes how schools are operating,
how people strive for better, you will never doubt whether they deserve help. Africa deserves support. Visit any country on this continent, and you'll realize that without your efforts, the future will remain the same. Let's take a step forward. Help in any way you can. Even by supporting a school in Africa, you will already make a huge contribution to the future of this continent and the future of millions of people. Don't remain indifferent.
Alors, avec la nouvelle technologie de l'information et des communications, qui est devenue aujourd'hui un outil indispensable dans presque tous les domaines du monde, nous sommes ici à l'Institut Réseau, je suis enseignant d'informatique. J'apprends les enfants comment utiliser l'outil informatique qui est l'ordinateur, mais aussi comment mener des recherches dans presque tous les domaines. Ici, je suis dans la classe de 4e nutrition et aussi j'étudie les cours d'informatique, qui devient aussi indispensable dans leur domaine. Ils doivent savoir comment mener des recherches dans leur domaine et avoir des connaissances dans leur domaine. Néanmoins, l'Institut Réseau est une école conventionnelle protestante de la 8e CEPAC qui organise plusieurs domaines dans le cadre